let this run for a minute or two just to make sure it doesn't do that again.
Yeah. It's cool you're back, but you're really low. I got to turn you up now.
Oh. Oh, no.
I can hear you, though.
Okay. Yeah, you're a bit lower for me, too. This is...
I don't know what happened there. I run everything through this Apogee. It's like my sound stuff. I put guitars in there and everything, and it messes with my system sometimes.
Yeah, that kind of software will do that. Mine does the same thing. Hey, you have that Phil Collins video suggested to you. I started watching it last night. It's really good.
Oh, yeah, and I haven't looked at it yet. I've read an article about it recently. Isn't that a Netflix thing, or is it a show or a documentary?
I don't. Yeah, it's a documentary. Yeah, but I think it's through this Drumeo channel because I think Drumeo is like an app for drummers. Like it's like drum transcriptions and stuff for you to learn how to play the songs.
Oh.
But they do a bunch of really cool videos. If you haven't seen them, you should check them out because they'll bring in like the drummer from Megadeth, and they'll play him a song he's never heard before, and they'll like a popular song. And they'll have him like write a drum part on the spot. It's really fun to watch. I'm not a drummer, but it's fast. The whole channel is fascinating. I watched a video by them like an hour ago. It was so good.
Oh, cool.
And then you have Aqua Teen Hunger Force is the greatest cartoon ever made. What do you think about that?
I think it is the greatest cartoon ever made, and I think the people who made it should be proud of it.
Yeah, have you seen that?
No, I haven't yet, but it looks interesting. Is that a milkshake? It's like a milkshake talks.
I don't know if he talks, but he jumps. I could see that in the video.
I see him jumping, yeah. I should check that out.
Yeah, it's probably pretty good.
Oh, look, you're sharing. Oh, so here's my whole screen you're looking at.
Yeah, I see everything. Well, at least in Chrome.
Yeah. Racer X, that's, what's his name? Paul Gilbert.
Oh,
look,
that?
it's recommending one of my own videos to me.
Yeah, you're the target audience for that that video right there.
Yeah, guitar stuff, camping.
All right, well, so far so good. So, what kind of ideas did you have for this? Like, how did you want to start here?
I haven't had any ideas. I thought the best idea would be to not have one.
Okay, I like that. I figured at least we should introduce ourselves at the beginning, like they do on commentaries.
Let me figure out why this is spinning now.
Oh. Yeah, we'll commentary that. The spinning.
There we go. I don't know. It was just okay. All right. So we had this idea to do this commentary on the latest Me Kingdom episode because we needed to fill my channel.
Mm-hmm.
With
With content.
material.
Yes.
So Ronnie called up and said, "Hey, let's do commentary." And I'm like, "Yeah."
DVD
so here
commentary.
We are doing it. So we don't really have an idea for it, do we, Ronnie?
No, I figure we just tell the viewers, kind of how this came together, how this happened, behind the scenes info. Maybe you'll play some deleted scenes, which there were many, and just give the people what they want, what they've been texting me about.
Yeah, and me too. It's like my phone is heavy with messages.
Mm-hmm. I had to throw mine away. It was just blowing up all day since this came out.
I'm minutes away from chunking mine, so let's start with this. So here we have, this is John Breston. Mm-hmm. I never introduce us on the show. I've never once done it. And I should.
I like that.
But so John Breston, he's a Pensacola guy. He's from my area where I grew up. But he's an editor-producer on Aqua Teen, 12 Ounce Mouse, a bunch of shows over there, but really Aqua Teen and Mouse.
I do want to say, he did say that he's from Chicago, which is my area of the country. So
he did say
you
that.
stole him from me, which I'm not pleased about.
I don't think that was true. I think
he lied about that?
Yeah, I think he lied about it.
All right. Well,
yeah.
I like that. I like that even more now.
And so what I did was, I don't know if John even camps. And so I wanted to do this one at a campground, and it was going to be really cold. Mm-hmm. And he's like, yeah, I'll just sleep in my car. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay. So we just kind of set up, and this was a hard one to do because not only did I have you getting patched in over Riverside FM, I also had Dana Snyder coming in over Riverside FM.
.fm, yes. Riverside.fm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I had Starlink going, and Starlink worked for a while, but the tree line messed it up. So then I ended up having to resort to cell, and then I had like 3 cameras. So I think I spent half the time making sure that all the tech was working, trying to engage in conversation and make this thing interesting. It was tough.
Right. It worked. It worked. First of all, who are you? Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Tom Cruise, and I've been in a lot of movies with missions. There's missions involved.
And airplanes.
And airplanes. And there was my hair. There was a whole movie shot about my hair in slow motion.
Yes.
But I'm not really Tom Cruise. I'm Matt Malero. And,
wow, that's news to me. I wouldn't have done this if I knew that.
Oh, well, hang on. Just hang on for 5 more minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm one of the co-creators of Aqua Teen. Dave's the other one. He's not here, but he lives close by. I should call him, have him come over.
Yeah.
He came over yesterday and dropped off a Space Ghost Funko Pop.
Ooh, lucky.
Yeah.
Because I talked to him yesterday, and he didn't give me a Funko Pop. So you're lucky.
Yeah, he said he had one for you, but he threw it away.
Well, that's what I told him to do, because I usually root around the trash around Atlanta, so I'll find it one of these weeks. So it's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's easy to find, because there's only one of them.
Out in the trash, yeah, I'll find it.
Yeah, and what's cool about that shark is that's old Kentucky Shark, so he made his debut in the Willie Nelson episode of Space Ghost, but he's from Sea Lab from the opening.
Right.
And then he's the shark in 12 Ounce Mouse.
Well, that Willie Nelson clip, that was also used in the Baffler Meal episode of Space Ghost that you guys made after Aqua Teen was on the air, but that is the original Aqua Teen Hunger Force script within the Space Ghost universe.
You're right.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I could introduce myself really quickly.
Yeah, who are you, Ronnie? What's your name, Ronnie?
My name is, let me read it on the screen. It says Ronnie Neely. I am the host of Aqua Teen podcast Dancing is Forbidden, and I also source the meat that you use for your Meat Kingdom shoots. That's kind of why you keep me around. And a fun fact for the viewers here is that meat is human meat. It's not beef. That's why it's so cheap.
Yeah, and where do you who are your sources?
I can't disclose that here.
Okay, but I'll disclose. If you tell me, I'll put it on here later.
Okay, well then it's from a little farm I have going out back here. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. So the piece of meat you're going to see in this episode is actually from a human.
His name was Sam.
Yeah, I remember. I think I saw pictures of him.
Yeah.
It's almost like you present me with information and then I get to pick the person.
Yes. Yeah, I tell you their traits, their attributes, their favorite TV shows. I noticed that you usually pick the ones that don't like Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yeah, I don't know why that is. It's because I've never seen the show.
I know. But, I mean, just a lesson, I guess, for anyone watching in here.
Yeah.
Like Aqua Teen Hunger Force and you won't get eaten.
So I'm curious about, with sharing my screen here, is that you're not only seeing the video, but you're also seeing all of this.
Well, why don't you go full screen on that? See if you. There you go. Now we're full screen. We see that's John Breston there. Yeah. And it looks like he has a fork of some sort and maybe a potato.
He does have a potato. The plan was that we were going to make something else with the meat, because usually we only make one thing, and it's just a piece of meat. So he was going to do twice baked potatoes, and we did start them and put them on the fire. Then we moved them to the grill. And by the time this was done and it was 12 degrees, we didn't even bother to get them out of the grill.
Oh, okay. So they just charred.
They charred. I took them out of the foil and I threw them in the woods for, well, they were cooked. They weren't charred, so they were in foil. So I'm sure there were some animals out there that needed some food.
No, they were good. I had some of them. I was out there rooting around when you guys left. So before we jump into it, I guess some viewers might be curious why I wasn't there with you. And that is because legally I'm not allowed within 100 yards of anybody who worked on Aqua Teen Hunger Force, because I have so many questions for you guys. So it's a court order.
It's the constant annoying bug that keeps asking questions, and so we had many restraints.
So I respected that, but I did peek around there later and see what you guys left for me, and they were really good. He did a good job on those.
You're not even allowed to travel to Atlanta. You're on one of those lists, so I'm not sure how you got there.
Well, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Let's play the video here and see what John.
No, let's not play the video. Let's keep talking about.
So there's guitar music.
Yeah. What about it? It's so good.
It sounds familiar. I feel like I've heard that in a recent film that came out about 2 years ago. It wasn't Phantasm. It was something similar to that.
Oh right, yeah. It was. Wasn't it like a gardening movie?
Sure. Yeah. Why not?
Everything in this video is real.
Nice. How much did that cost? That title sequence.
For me personally, it cost me about 6 hours of figuring out how to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how much? What does that translate to dollar amounts?
I don't know how to do that because I'm not paying for any of this stuff.
Oh, okay. All right.
It really
Interesting.
translates to time and trying to figure out how to edit and put this stuff together. Now, I've learned a lot about editing since I started this channel because, I mean, I know how to cut things together, but to add all these other effects and things, it just took a lot of looking stuff up on YouTube on videos I had made about editing in the past. So I just looked myself up and I show
Sure.
myself how to do it.
Yeah.
But in that open, I actually added more shots. I added Scott Llewellyn, because I think changing it up is cool.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just the same old boring pieces of meat being thrown around.
You gotta swap that meat out and keep
Yeah.
it fresh. Yeah.
And since you're made of meat and so is Scott Llewellyn, I put you guys in there.
We do bond over that, me and him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see
Well,
you have some Totitos on the desk there. What is that salsa? What did you guys use that for? Because I never saw that in the video. In fact, I only skipped to the parts that I'm in, so I haven't seen any of this yet. So this is all new
Okay,
to me.
here's the story behind that glass jar of dip. I thought John was going to stay over that night, and I had a coffee machine. And I said, "Did you bring a mug for coffee?" Because he always has a mug every time we shoot these things, and he didn't. But he had this jar of Tostitos that he was going to pour out and rinse out and use as a coffee mug.
All right. Yeah, that'll wake you up.
Yeah. And look, I had to look right there.
I aged this for 10 days.
That's Todd Redner.
Yes.
In case you didn't know.
What does he do? Well, I guess we'll get into that in the video, right?
I don't know
You
what
say
he
that.
does. I don't know. He's got that cool hair though.
Yeah, he looks pretty cool. He's probably the coolest looking guy in the video, I do have to say.
I think so too. I think it's his long hair and his beard.
Yeah, he's got it together. He knows what he's doing here.
Let's see what he says. None of that's true. That's all. Everything I'm saying there is not true.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a piece of meat we were talking about that was sourced from Sam.
Right.
And
Rest in peace.
And this shot is cool because it's coming from my little tiny Osmo. If you don't have one of these, you need to get one. This is it.
You need an affiliate link on that, so I could buy it, and then you get 5 cents from my purchase.
Yeah. I think DJI is going to help me out with that. I have to fly over there and talk to him. Whoop, here we go.
Have you done that before?
When I was a
Have you shaved with that?
Not with that knife, because I use that knife just for food.
And cars. Sure. Okay.
Yeah, one time I had to open up my car to get something to drop in between the frame and the transmission. And so, I had to get, it was my little Han Solo Lego guy.
You can't lose that.
No. But there is a Han Solo Lego guy caught somewhere in my truck.
Really?
There really is.
Maybe we could save them in one of these videos. But I do want to say those scraps that you're cutting off, those were delicious as well. I know you threw those away, and I did find those. And they were pretty tasty. It's like beef jerky.
Yeah. I mean, only dry aged just for like 10 days, so it wasn't as barky as it would have been, obviously, if I'd gone 40 days. But I didn't have 40 days.
Right. That's just time.
Because we had to wait for Sam to graduate. Mm-hmm. And then he didn't show up at graduation.
Right. I only sell graduated meat, just for anybody watching there. This is not an illegal thing because they
Yeah.
are graduated.
All right, so as a kid, we killed and then I cut out squirrel. Because then he went off about killing the squirrel and then going over to see the squirrel, but it wasn't dead, and then having to keep killing it.
Well, I'm glad you cut that out because that's not a good way to open a video.
No, because I thought we're in the woods having fun camping with Aqua Teen people, and we don't need to talk about killing animals.
Yeah, TMI.
Yeah, that's what I say.
So what is that you're inserting there? Is that a little sword or something? What is that?
Yeah, it's a little sword in case the meat comes to life while it's in the grill and the bug gets in, it can get that out and defend itself.
Sure. See, now I wish that squirrel that John was talking about had that sword. Maybe he could have defended himself against John.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
That'd be a good video.
That's exactly what I meant by when the meat's in the grill.
Yes.
And so this, I wonder if my cursor's showing up.
I see it.
That's Todd Redner. He's a fantastic designer. He designed so many characters in Aqua Teen, and I mean, he's been on the show since I think day one. Basically, he's done a lot of stuff for Adult Swim. He went over to Floyd and did some stuff for another show that was on FX. Super cool guy. He lives close by to this campsite. Yeah. Way to go, Todd.
Yeah, he lives right back there, right? And
There's his truck, but he doesn't live in his truck. He lives back here.
Yes.
By this tree. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, you sent me a picture of that campsite before, and I did see him back there, so that's why it looked familiar to me.
And the thing is I didn't invite him. He just saw us show up and he walked over because he was hungry.
Nice. That's life. That's serendipity for you.
I mean, I don't really like to feed people unless I say, would you like a piece of this?
Oh, well, viewers, take note. And that's foreshadowing right there. You're going to do it yourself.
Yeah. Okay, so what John's referring to is a show he is developing with another friend of ours about a guy with a robot arm. I don't want to get too detailed on this with it because I think he's still trying to sell it.
Sure. Do you know if it's the right arm or the left arm that's robotic?
That's a good question. I'm not sure because if it's the right arm, then somebody could make a show about a left arm robot.
Right. Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm about to start writing that script, so I need to know which one he's going with. Matt, can you hit that CC button down there on the bottom right? Maybe the captions will help the viewers here.
Yeah.
There we go.
I didn't know it could do that.
Yeah. Well, they just invented it this second. And we're using it first. So what do you pour in there? What are you guys drinking?
Where you go?
That's tequila.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's something you drink when you're really thirsty and you need slug down 8 ounces of something.
Oh, they should have that in the desert.
Yeah, it's good to bring to the desert, and it's good if you have like an open wound. You just pour a whole bottle on there.
Yeah.
And it doesn't hurt or sting at all.
Wounds are thirsty.
And see, John was headed that way to get a beer.
He turned around real quick, though. He changed his mind.
That's because I barked at him.
Yeah, you told him to come back here, sir. We're taking
Get
a shot.
over here. And look, he's already reaching out.
Yeah, he's ready. He's prepared, but John over there, we could see is a little bit delayed.
Yeah. And look, he's reaching out like I haven't even offered it to him. And that's how he is.
Well, he can tell the future, right? He knows you're going to hand it to him.
I guess so. He's like, oh, you guys pulled up there. I'm going to come and invade your campsite and thank you for giving me this tequila. And
he knows.
Did you know that? I noticed that you have a cat. So
2. Yes, sir.
We used to have 2 cats, and they're not with us anymore. But one of my cats, his name was Roger. He's orange.
Oh, he's gone now?
Yeah, but he was in a couple 12-ounce mouse episodes, but he was also in an Aqua Teen. I'll play it on this thing. We did this little stunt with the Mooninites just to open a panel at San Diego Comic-Con. Have you ever seen that?
No, I don't think I have.
Er's playing the guitar, and Ignignoc's shooting a water hose, and we're yelling at the crowd.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I've seen that.
It's all pre-produced.
Hey, San Diego! I'm bringing this to you from the mean streets of Jersey, baby, where we're keeping it real. Now I'm going to bust out some rhymes about the Adult Swim new lineup, so, word up. You've heard all about the Aqua Teen and the C-Lab and the Birdman are really keen. Let me tell you about some shows that you have not seen. Turner and Hooch, about a talking car, and Venture Brothers. I haven't gotten too far in watching that. It's only the first few minutes I've seen, but I just got the videotape like a couple. Well, you're distracting me, lady. What are those, Funyuns? I can smell them from here. Have some respect. And also something called Squidbillies, which is... Okay, hang on. I've totally lost the beat. I'm gonna start over. What in God's name is happening now?
Go crazy, San Diego.
Come on, San Diego!
Go mother crazy. Let me see your lighters, Spider-Man.
Go crazy!
Turn on your lighters, Riddick. I know you're out there. For beyond the misty bog, light eternal folds, and Sam Hain will rule your brain. For the Plutonians and the Mooninites, we are to fight in a battle of the ages. For this is Space Kataz.
So, you guys produced the whole piece?
Yeah, man! We rock!
What's that Space Kataz? What is that? Is that even a show?
Yes, Cop. It is the bedrock upon which all other shows shall be built.
Welcome to the Rock, San Diego!
We rule your brains now.
Hey, San Diego, meet Rock.
Shut the hell up!
You get to do a song? Why did I do a song?
You're doing nothing but driving people away.
You be quiet. This is our show. Beyond the misty ball. Do the guitar. Within the mist, San Diego, lies a television show. In a time beyond time, where there is nothing but, we have big fist fights in the show too. Stop, I've run out of things to say here.
How are we supposed to end this?
Yeah.
Okay. But, I do want to say to Roger, you can see him in one of the special features where you and Dave are writing, I think it's the cloning. And we see a little kitty cat back in 2003, I think it was, meowing at you guys incessantly.
That's either Roger or Billup. It's one of the two.
Okay.
I think it was Roger, though. But, yeah, he's famous.
Yeah.
He lived almost 23 years.
Yeah. I remember in 22 when I talked to you, he was still around. So
Yeah. Crazy. We got him as let me just play this. So my wife thought it was really funny that we're toasting our 5th episode.
Well,
it's not like it's 100 episodes or anything. It's just number 5.
Yeah. Well, it could have ended at 4, so 5's a blessing.
It almost ended at 4.
Did it taste like water?
Yes.
I don't think it tasted like water. I think it tasted like tequila. I think John is a different palate.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. What we're talking about here is the credit sequence for Stiff, that live action pilot did. Wow,
Things for transition.
We can see it's very windy.
We used some of that fish tanks for that, and
You can hear it in
that
the
was also in the end
microphone
credits.
here. Well, they're getting warmed by the fire and having fun.
Crazy
Worried
Yeah.
about the food. And making sure that Starlink is working. Look, I'm working. They're just good.
That's Sizzle.
There's Sam. Now, did you notice that your name was flashing?
Yeah, what was that about? Could
Yeah.
you not afford it to be like solid like Dana's, or what was that?
Well, no, it flashes for like the priority, like the VIP.
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dana wasn't. I mean, Dana. Everybody's seen Dana before, but not you. So,
I mean, that makes sense because I'm newer to Aqua Teen than Dana is, so I guess that kind of checks out.
We had to enhance you.
Yeah, I do want to point out here, as a man from the Midwest here, that John does not seem adequately dressed for the weather. He does seem like he's probably pretty cold.
Yeah, I was really surprised. And then when he was going to stay over, I'm like, did you bring something like because it's going to get down to 19. He's like, yeah, he had some little blanket. I'm like, dude, this is not going to happen for you.
Need a space heater for him for next time.
I had a space heater. I have 2 of them. And so I said, I'm going to put one of these in your car. But then you ended up not staying.
Oh, sure.
You just turned that off accidentally.
Yeah.
Angry.
What I think is cool about this, it looks like Dana's just in some warehouse full of shit.
Yeah,
The same thing with Scott Llewellyn.
right. They're collectors.
Backgrounds. It's like I call them ahead of time and say, can you find the most cluttered background to sit in front of?
Well, those aren't. They're green screened in, right? I thought you were using fake backgrounds for them.
No, these are real. These are practical. We spent lots of money. We flew to LA where Dana lives and made that.
Oh, so you bought all those props and placed them around, like that
Everyone
drill.
was all this stuff. I don't even know what it is.
Background.
We got-
Fuzzy.
This
Right
thing,
there.
look how big that is.
Okay.
He's an artist.
Now, see, that was a bit I could have pulled out because nobody cares what time it is.
Well, I mean, that's time zones for you, man. They're all different.
We should make a movie about time zones and gardening
4.
Yes.
Really?
and hype the trailer with explosions and tons of CGI.
And tons of clocks ticking.
Yeah.
And
There's
they're all
no
different
time.
times. Yeah.
No time. And then you just cut to the seed being put into the dirt. Okay, so what is that? Is that one of those chains?
I got one right here. I went out and bought this after I saw this video that you're showing me because I was like, that is cool. I want one of these for my room. So I just got this right now.
Yeah.
And this is a character from a show called Squidbillies, and this guy is called Meatball. And
I've seen that. I've seen Meatball in that
you
show.
can see here, this is an explosive device attached. So don't mess with me, or I'll blow it. All right, that's all I'm saying.
And also right behind that looks like a pencil drawing.
Yes.
Is that Rugrats?
This is from Rugrats. This is by the original artist Bob Pettit, who drew for Rugrats, and that's Chucky and Tommy and all the Rugrats there playing around on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, Bob's so good.
He's great. He does
I was so
everything.
jealous he got to work on that show.
I know.
And then, so while we're just still in your room, you've got that, there's a green-looking guy back there on
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Some guy sent that to me, and I just put it up there. I don't know what it's supposed to be. I don't know if it's a video game.
Yeah. Looks like they drew on it or wrote on it.
Yeah, there's some writing. Like, they wrote my name on it. I was like, I know my own name. You don't have to write it for me. And then they wrote their names on it, too. I'm like, what is this, your homework assignment? What are you doing?
Oh, man. Those guys. Okay, so I said the F word.
Yeah, I didn't even catch that till now. You're right. Usually this is a clean family channel.
It is.
Not anymore. Not anymore, folks.
But I didn't say it in a mean way.
Right.
Yeah.
And as your
Little subliminal
Very good news.
message.
Mhm.
Yep.
So what is Shred Force? Can you tell us?
I just went.
Yeah, Shred Force was a pilot I made a long time ago for Disney XD. And it came out so great. It looks great. It moves. It's very Disney, but it's just a fun piece. And I got Dragon Force to do the music for it. We used some of their own music, so it was a pilot, so we didn't have to license it. Man, it just had a lot of energy and a lot of good stuff to it, and for some reason it didn't. They said it didn't test well, and I think they tested it with really, really young kids and not the demo that they should have been. So I don't really know the story behind that as much as I know that they didn't pick it up, but there's something kind of happening with it right now that hopefully will be happening early next year.
All right.
Yeah. Now, if you close your eyes and just listen to Dana talk,
My mind blown today.
David Lynch.
By who?
Yes.
Was
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, here we
so they
showcase you.
sent me this.
Yes. And here I come in like an asshole.
Now, is that the exact thing he's talking about?
He got a newer version. I've gotten a slightly older version because that's all the budget we had for Meat Kingdom. We couldn't get like the newer one like Dana had.
Yeah.
I do appreciate you writing that joke for me and sending this in because that killed.
You know, this was the only actual like edit I made besides cutting stuff out. Like I cut full frame to you. Like that's in there on purpose. The audio of this clip is coming from the audio of another clip.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I'm good.
That's some behind the scenes stuff for the viewers here.
I wonder if this up here is that's where you escape to.
That's what I'm thinking, or it's some sort of like cult symbol up there or something, like subliminal messaging.
Yeah, either that or it's like when the monster's coming, that's where you go.
Yeah. Well, now I know if I'm in LA, I gotta find Dana's house and I gotta crawl up there if the monster's coming.
I wonder what else could be up there. How about that reaction shot?
That was good.
Yeah.
I'm glad people know that I thought that was funny.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of that? The three body
Oh,
problem?
and you'll see in my feed here, I start looking up what he's talking about because I
Let's see.
wasn't typing it in there.
Oh, wait a minute. I know what
Now
you're
I'm looking
talking
at it.
about.
No, you
You're
don't.
watching
Danny, you
that while
don't.
we're making this shot.
Yeah. So I started watching that movie while we were
That show
doing
on
this.
Netflix
Because it was more interesting.
that I don't quite
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that so funny?
It's
that I
like-
don't know
it's
what Netflix is?
streaming
People will be
service
watching this in 20 years.
that went out of business.
This episode for sure. Same thing. I think that's the only reference to where this is a cooking kind
Yeah.
of video.
Yes.
Because once it started rolling, it's like there was, like with Scott, we were actually making corn dogs. With you, we were actually making chili.
Right.
We weren't making the roast.
This is a more passive process for a roast. But I mean, this is the reality of it, Matt. Not everything that you cook is going to be hands-on the entire time. Sometimes you're just sitting around waiting.
Yeah, but
That's
see,
the
I
reality.
can't do that anymore. It's got to be like hands-on from now on.
I think you should actually embrace it and go more hands-off. And you should make things that take even longer that don't require you to do anything and have longer videos
Yeah,
where you're sitting and waiting.
I think we'll do a fish in a washing machine next time.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah. So he's clearly like in the daytime. You look like it's nighttime because
Yeah.
of your lighting. And then with us, it really is nighttime.
Yes, it's interesting the way that we represent the full country here because you guys are kind of on the eastern coast a little bit. I'm in the center of the country, and Dana's on the west coast. So this is a full, interstate project here.
Yeah.
I think we need a federal grant for Meat Kingdom because this is
I
bridging.
think there's one coming. I asked for one.
I got 3 of them already for it, and I just been cashing them myself. But I'll send you like $20.
Yeah, it would be nice if you sent me some of that. I didn't know that they sent that to you.
Yeah, I've been applying like nonstop since you started doing this. So
I mean, that is like David Lynch. I've been watching the new the latest Twin Peaks where they pick it up 25 years later.
Right.
Have you ever seen those?
Yeah, I've seen all of them. Yeah.
Tammy, I need you to tell me what's in the box.
It's salmon.
I don't know
What
if
are
I
you
did.
talking about?
You may have heard the L.
Trust me.
Salmon.
He's an L man. He likes
cooking
L's.
it. Salmon.
Keep the skin on.
Yeah.
Todd has to chime in with something.
I like how you say we.
We started late.
Exactly,
Unfortunately.
I didn't at all.
Okay.
Sounds hilarious.
You're very generous.
Bragging.
And I put it on the smoker.
This is our
So it's still
recap
going.
from
It's
earlier.
only a 250,
Yeah,
but
we
it's
saw
a pretty
it.
big roast. I think it's like a 6-pound roast.
It wasn't 6 pounds.
By my calculation,
Matt, can you pause it real quick?
Frozen.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious, the contents of your trash bag back there. I wish I would have asked you in that moment to,
You know, I wish
pull
that
it all out.
I wish that I had noticed that and moved it because it's kind of an eyesore.
Well, I like it. It's the reality of you're camping. You're out in the woods here, all right?
I know, but you know what's in it because you're the one who went through it later.
I know, and I do have. If you guys want to head over to my channel, I do have a video going through your trash and showing the viewers everything I pulled out of it. But I do like, you guys have lights in the background. You have a tent, but you do have to keep it a little bit grounded in reality. You do have a trash bag hanging.
Yeah. Yeah, I take a lot of pictures when I go camping because I'm so impressed with the setups and stuff. And there's always the trash bag. Either it's on the ground or it's hanging from that cleat on my truck.
It's the reality of camping.
Now, how...
You put him on the spot on
I
that.
know. He gets to pick from 4. So John takes his chili really seriously. And in fact, right after we did the episode with you, like 2 weeks later, he went to a chili cook-off and they got second place.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I do want to say I do like his joke. He says he hid a can of beans in there because it was mostly meat, but it did look delicious when you guys.
It was like all meat. It was just pounds of sausage.
I'd eat it. Hell, give me
It was
some.
good.
Right. And now
He's
I'm going
This is a true story.
Everything you see on this channel is true.
Matt, if I could ask you here,
Yeah.
what would it cost, next time that John starts talking about his grandma's pot or whatever he's talking about here? How much would it cost for you to play an advertisement for my podcast instead of Carl Cook's here? How much did Carl pay for this? Because I'll match him.
Well, Carl paid in rocks, which is weird. That was
I can get you some of those.
that was his currency. So I accepted it because look at him. He's cute and orange. So I'm like, sure. This was a last minute thing I did because I really wanted to cut to a documentary on how to make balloon animals or something and have it be real slow. But this, I felt like John's story was kind of low key and dark and he was angry. So I wanted to kind of lighten the mood.
Yeah, balance it out. The yin and the yang here.
Yeah. But if you make a video for your podcast to advertise it, I'll totally throw it on here.
Next time that you don't want to play what John is saying.
And I think what I'll do here too, because somebody commented they really wanted to hear John's story. So a deleted scene might be John telling the real story.
There you go.
See, this would be a good show. There's like 2 shows in one time that it's hard to decipher which one you're going to focus on. That way it has value of being watched again.
Yeah, see, I like this because, with one eye, I'm watching Carl, and with the other eye, I'm watching John, myself, and Dana. And there's just a lot of stimulation. There's some loud music and talking, and it's just, it feels good in my brain. So I like this part of the video here.
Yeah, thank you. Me too. Now, there's another, you thought that was funny.
Yeah.
So Riverside FM decided to cut to you.
Yeah, I'm like the Greek chorus of this video here, where that way the viewer knows, oh, this is the part where I laugh, because Ronnie's giggling over there.
Yeah, it wasn't scripted at all. I had some off-camera cue.
Right. You coached me before we got on here, so it wasn't scripted, but it was a little prepared. But
I said a lot of this isn't going to be funny, but we need somebody to laugh at it to induce.
I was thinking, I was meaning to talk to you. You should probably start putting a laugh track in these videos. I think that might help a little bit.
I'm gonna put it in so loud that you can't hear what people. I'm gonna put it in when people are talking.
I like that. That's a good idea. Nobody else does that.
No, see, it's new. It's new.
It's a different Betty.
It's totally different Betty. So that was a very good comeback. I love that. I've never thought about coffee beans and chili.
John's done it. I guess he's thought about it.
Yeah, I guess apparently he has.
Yeah.
Then when John said something about the references, I had no idea what he was talking about.
Yeah, nobody does, I don't think, but
Nobody does.
It's all right. I'll be the scapegoat. See, now here's where I have to stop John because I'm a Dr. Pepper aficionado,
You are.
and Dr. Pepper is 23 flavors, not ingredients. So that's where I have to
Oh, my
kind
God. I'm
of
gonna have to
dispute
call
with
John.
him on this, and I was gonna report your channel because of this this discretion, but I'm gonna let it be.
No. You can. No, I would report it, but just report John.
Okay, so YouTube will remove with AI John from your videos over what he said. Okay.
Yeah, we'll put John the Baptist in.
Okay.
Really broke my back hanging.
Yeah.
No one can see a
If you
skeleton.
can,
I will,
pause it
but-
here, Matt.
Yeah.
Because first of all, the one thing I regret is, Dana says I put my Christmas lights up in my backyard, and earlier we had a shtick that you guys were in his backyard. So I wish that we had tied that together somehow. But more so, John says, has anybody seen your skeleton? And I wish that we played with that more because that could have been like an X-ray joke. You know what I mean? A doctor joke.
I was going to put I bought the skeleton filter,
Oh, there you go.
and I was going to do it really quickly, but it's weird. It's a very, very expensive plug-in, and you only have like 10 seconds to use it before it expires.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't know how to use it, and I don't have any more money.
Oh, man. Well, the more views we get on these, hopefully you can get at least $1 more to drop into that.
I hope so. Do you think I'll get $1?
Maybe 2. I think it's pretty good stuff.
Okay. Well, you have a job, right? Can you send me $1?
Yeah, I'll just I'll go and change my direct deposit from my bank account to your bank account.
Okay.
And you just tell me when you have enough, and then I'll change it back.
Oh, okay, great, thanks.
All right. Yeah.
Well,
He likes your
Another
truck.
generation.
I love that truck. Now, have you seen that?
No, I had to Google it here. I wasn't familiar with it because I think it's a kids show, and I'm 16, so I'm a little bit too old for that.
Yeah, I don't think it's a show. I think
Oh.
Dana was making that up.
Oh, he's just lying?
Well, not lying, but making it up.
Oh, interesting.
I think he really believes he went there to do that, but I don't really think it
I
happened.
believe that he believes it. That's all I'll say about it.
That's how I believe, yeah. Dana sounds like that guy from that TV show.
See, yeah, he sounded familiar, and you guys said he was this Master Shake guy, but I don't know what that is. But he reminds me of, if you've seen Squidbillies now, he reminds me of the grandma in that show. So I think that's pretty cool.
You know, when we when I first wrote the pilot for that, I played Grandma.
Did you really?
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
did.
know that.
Yeah.
So he took your job, is what you're telling me.
Well, you know, I gave it to him.
Oh, that's so.
needed
Again,
to work.
you are a selfless guy.
Yeah, he needed to work.
You threw him a bone, and that's nice.
I had way too much work, and I barely remember that. What episode was that? Was that Hoppy Bunny?
I have no idea which episode is being referenced here.
I remember vaguely Dave and I doing a show based on that cartoon because Dana was in it. Well, it's not even a cartoon, but he kept telling us it was a cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
So we did kind of do a parody of it.
I think that's a later season episode. So
Yeah, that's right. You're not through all the seasons yet, are you?
Yeah. I can't afford all the DVDs yet, so I'm just waiting for you
Yeah,
to
I
pay
would
me
send
for
them to
this.
you, but if you can't afford them, I'm not going to send them to you. So.
Yeah, I don't have a DVD player, so if you sent them, it wouldn't even matter, honestly.
Oh, okay. Then I'll send them, and then you can just be angry.
I'll look at them.
Yeah. So I guess John thought that you were using this stuff.
Yeah, I think he thought that I'm the guy behind Meat Kingdom, but as we've learned, it's you, Matt Malero, a.k.a. Tom Cruise.
See, this is why this is not a real show, because he doesn't even know who the people
Yeah,
are.
it seems like he's making it up on the spot.
He is making it up. I mean, Guy, that's just generic, right?
Yeah, guys aren't named Guy anymore. That's like a 50s thing. So
Yeah,
I don't
not
know.
anymore.
Both love.
Yeah. See,
Well, I
if you can
remember
pause it here,
back in
Matt,
the-
because
Yeah.
I laughed before Dana said the joke, and that's because Dana and I were shining in that moment. We were mind transferring, so
Oh, you were?
I knew what he was gonna say, so
Oh,
I
okay.
laughed
Yeah,
before
yeah.
he said it. Yeah, but I guess since you guys were outside, you weren't able to mind transfer with us too. So
No, and the little guy who lives in the back of my tooth.
Uh-huh.
He was sleeping because it was so cold.
Oh, see, you got to get a heater in that mouth and wake him up because you need him in these moments because this is
No, I should have
production.
heated up that beer I was drinking.
Yeah, for real.
Hot beer. That's true. That's a true story. Gendy hated it.
Oh no. Oh man.
It was almost like he couldn't even look at it because it was so unanimated.
No. Well, that leaves more animation for him to do, so he should be happy about it.
Yeah, he should animate as whatever he's doing. This is kind of boring right here.
Well, see, I had a little bit to fill in here, but I didn't want to interrupt, and that was that, from my understanding, is that a woman that Dave used to date in high school, she's kind of the one that connected you guys with Dana. I think it was her sister, maybe. Hayden Ward and Ashley Ward are the ones who kind of were the connectors between you guys and Dana.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that, but it was somebody that Dave knew that knew Dana, so
Right.
kind of like down the chain.
Right, and to shout out those sisters again, I think it was again Hayden who also connected you guys to MC Chris because she knew him as well.
Oh,
Yeah, and she connected me to you, I think.
I think she connected me with my parents.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's so nice of her to have done that because
I know because
you were looking for them for a long time.
for a long time.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Oh, what a
I didn't start Aqua Teen until I was at least 14.
Yeah.
That's an old show.
Back
Right,
then,
so
we
just
were
cleared all
getting
this
mail.
What's
and
a
then for
cassette?
you,
It's a little thing
Mm-hmm.
that does stuff.
Oh, okay. I know what that does.
Yeah. I also think that we did get an audition from him, but it was like for like a cat food or a cat litter ad.
Oh, so like a demo kind of thing he sent
Yeah.
in?
No, I think it was real, but I think that
Right.
that was his audition, and it was just him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Who is he?
And that was the first time I'd ever been to Vegas in my life,
Oh, okay.
and I didn't know anything about Vegas. And that night I walked down after we met up with Dana. I walked down and I was just very interested in playing a slot machine,
Mm-hmm.
and so I played them. I won a lot of money.
Oh.
So is it that beginner's luck thing that they know that you've never played one and they let you win and then you
So that
keep
you
playing?
keep playing. Yeah. Yeah. That's like you guys let Dana do a voice on Aqua Teen,
Yeah,
and then you let him keep doing it.
yeah, because he had never done a voice. We had to teach him how to do all this stuff.
You got to teach him how to talk, right? He didn't know English yet, or what was
He
the
didn't
deal
even
with
know
that?
how to brush his teeth or go to the restroom. It's like we
Oh my
had to.
goodness.
Yeah,
See, if you could pause that there, Matt, because I can't help but think, I'm guessing that woman probably still has a job as a cocktail waitress while there is no animation industry right now. So
exactly.
who got the last laugh on that?
That's what I'm saying. Who's laughing now?
Mm-hmm.
She's still serving drinks, and Dana's just sitting around in that junk pile, not playing Master Shake.
Yeah.
Because why would you bring a show back that just works?
Right. That makes too much sense. They have to try some new stuff that doesn't work first.
Yeah,
Before
yeah.
they can bring that back again.
Yeah, that's the answer.
Now, what is Todd's hat? Is that like a gang sign or something? What is he?
It is a
wearing on
gang sign. Yeah, Todd's part of a lot of gangs, and this is one of them. And
a lot.
that's why he has the hair and the beard. Because
That's awesome. And now I see there's something glowing out of his chest. Is he a cyborg too, or what is that?
Both of those, yeah, yeah. So he's not even like totally human, you know.
Sure, right.
He's from that gang of those exoskeleton guys from
Right.
that planet.
Yeah, see, I would get him in my gang too. Now that I think about it, if he's not even human, if he's like
I
a
would.
machine, we should both recruit him.
Yeah, he's mostly machine.
That's awesome.
conversation.
That was true. It was almost like out of a movie. Like we were driving through the desert, and then there was this building, and I remember sitting in the whatever the room was. It might have been a house, but the engineer was literally like reaching up here to do volume, and then reaching way down here to something else to like control something else. It was.
Are you sure he wasn't just doing the YMCA?
He could have been. Maybe that's what he was doing.
Yeah, maybe he was tricking you guys, and maybe you could have seen Dana, but he just didn't want you guys to see him.
I think that'd be. Wow,
Did you ask? Can we see Dana, please? Did you ask that?
No, we never thought to ask that.
Well, if you don't ask, you're not gonna get, Matt.
I guess. Well, Dana kept even back then. He was talking about the Thundermans.
Yeah, he loves that.
But
never seen that.
Did he ever do
would be
that?
Amazing.
No,
because that would.
Dana says a lot of things he's going to do for me, and then they never happen.
Just like he's gonna do the Thundermans, but we've yet to see it.
No,
Interesting.
he's like, I'll reimburse you for your Starlink time. That never happened.
Oh my god.
I think that's a cherry Coke or something.
Is that what he's drinking?
Yeah,
Yeah, he seems like he's on a sugar high or something.
yeah. I think he's amped up from the sugar because he
Yeah.
had like 10 of those.
Sure. Those are good. See, now here I'm about to hold up my Master Shake koozie so that people can compare
Yeah.
Dana Snyder to Master Shake, but I don't know what Master Shake is.
I don't either, but if somebody sent me a Master Shake.
Oh, that's Master Shake. I
Yeah,
saw that
this-
sitting on your amp. I didn't know that was him.
I guess it is him.
That's
I don't
awesome.
know what it is or what it does.
What's
or
in
what,
there?
Nothing.
Oh man.
It came with a pink straw, and those are somewhere else. But so I mean,
Yeah.
is this what John thought he was going to see on the escalator?
I think so. That's what, from the sound of the story, is what it is. And I do want to say, Matt, because a lot of people don't know this. For this original Meat Kingdom 5, I was telling you that you should get the voice of from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, but you keep saying that that guy won't answer your calls.
He's hard to get a hold of.
I know, it's annoying. I really want to get a video with him here, but
I mean, and he's really mysterious too. He traipses the world. He's got all kinds of cars, sports cars, and boats, and he's impossible to find.
I know, because he's always driving and boating around the place.
Yeah. One day, I don't remember that because I think the second time we did Dana, he was still in LA. We did ISDN. I don't remember bringing him in for a record.
Interesting. We'll have to consult the archives.
Yeah, I think John it must have been a different show.
Must have been a different Dana.
Could have been a Thunderman show.
It must have been for Thundermans, yeah.
I just don't see it.
Like,
Which Carl? The orange Carl or the?
tiny
Both.
Oh, okay.
bit racist here.
So I go
So if
back
you could pause
to
it here.
Yeah.
Because I do want to say, to John's credit, he did say something a little bit racist, but he said it about every single race. So he canceled that out. So it wasn't racist.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put it in the deleted thing.
Yeah, put in the deleted thing. It's about 7 hours long, but
Yeah.
you
And
cut it for
I'll slow it.
brevity, but
And I'll slow it down.
yeah.
Now you haven't seen that episode yet, have you?
I have seen that episode. Yeah, I know what he's talking about here, where we have it's it's supposed to be Dana Snyder in a Master Shake costume talking to some executives or something like that. So it's actual drawing of Dana Snyder. So it's very fun.
Okay, cool. Do you think he imagined that like too much, or was he hoping?
Yeah, he probably thought about that for at least a month.
Yeah.
He's an artist. That's what they're paid to do.
And we saw those designs, and we just had to let it go.
Yeah, you're like, tone down the nudity a little bit. This is going to be on national television here,
I know
sir.
this is going to be like a special after the Thundermans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now, Matt,
because-
if I can ask you, like, while this
Yeah.
is going on here, I can see you're taking a sip of your Modelo or whatever you're drinking.
Yeah,
Or your Cherry Coke or whatever it is.
it's a Modelo.
What's going through your head at this point, during production of this? What's kind of going on here?
Yeah, where's the line?
Well, what's going on right here is I'm thinking,
Consulting
is this interesting?
necessarily like their drone?
How much money I just spent on that UFO? Should I really have done that?
I've always hated. And the people
And
don't
then
like the
should
way
I
they
call the
look, and
band
then when you're
UFO,
reminding
see if
them
they'll
what
be on
they
the
look
show?
like.
Yes.
Where you going?
Do your
That's
arm
really what's going through my mind.
There you go. So we called Dan.
And I'm not even thinking about the
So what do you
roast.
think of the? What do
You
you
just
think
made
of
another roast.
It's
actually,
burning
I
at
like
this
this.
point.
He's like,
It
I'm
pretty
much
much
smaller
was.
than
At the end, it was
that.
overdone.
How do you even know?
I don't think anybody cared. Yeah, that's a true story about
The
Danzig.
tallest.
Yeah.
Where John went here.
No.
Oh,
I'm way taller than this.
Well, that episode that you guys are talking about is Cybernetic Ghost of Christmas Past from the Future.
Yeah.
That you star in.
Than this. I'm not. There's no way
As
I'm
a villain.
flat.
Yep.
All right, Dum Dum.
Play that guy with the
music.
his mouth is a
Yeah.
plate. Just cut it in half.
How many redraws did you request for that?
Man, I mean, it took a couple years to get
Yeah,
that right.
to get those muscles
Specimen.
and those clogs.
It'll never be as
Totally.
real thing, but Venus to
And that was a real
Snyder.
blood sprinkle.
I didn't like
We
mine
filmed it and
so
then we
much that I
painted
did
over
it.
it. I would delegate, but they wouldn't know what to do.
It'd be harder to delegate it. It's just easier to do it
I
yourself.
did have to teach him how to do it. And at that
Yeah.
point,
Now,
then it's
who's
a
this
5-hour
mouse?
episode.
Who's this mouse character popping up on the screen? I'm
He
confused by
is
that.
something. I found him. I just Googled funny, popular cartoon, and he came up.
He looks funny and popular, so
He's
that makes
posted
sense.
those.
Yeah,
I'm going to look at it later. I've never seen it.
looks
Yeah,
cool. Is that Mickey Mouse?
I'll beef the fire up.
That's probably who it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
Disney. Yeah.
That's why he's so popular.
6 times.
Because of Disney. And I'm gone for a really long time, so I'm not sure what happened.
Put it
Todd's
down.
just worried about the food because
Exactly
we didn't
6
invite him, but he just wanted to eat.
He was
But
hungry.
how many
I
degrees
don't
is
blame
it?
him.
6. 198.
Well, you're part machine.
It's
Right.
literally-
I look so young there.
You were in charge of that season, right?
Yes.
This is filmed a long
Yeah.
time ago.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that. That's funny.
Kind of put me.
I'm
in a
still
tough
saving up.
position.
I
So what was your line? You want to do your line?
We're all out. Or that guy got it all. We're all out, or something like that.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that was your
I'll-
guys' idea. I didn't practice any voices for that. You guys just threw that upon me.
Yeah, we threw it out.
Yeah.
Or like Dave's like, this guy really likes our show. Do you want to put him in the thing? I mean, I was saying that. And Dave was saying no.
Yeah, he said no.
No, he's nobody. He's not
Yeah.
But he does his podcast and he's a big fan. We should really throw out no.
Yeah.
No.
I know.
So I did that on my own, and it was a Dave impersonator on the phone with me. So it wasn't really Dave.
Because it didn't really look like him, and
I think you do.
you told
I
him
think
that
you did
that
not.
was actually Brad Pitt and not me.
Yeah, and the
It's the only way you were going to get in the show.
Peloton episode.
Right.
And you're drinking
To be
something there
fair,
too. That
nobody
must be
told
a
me,
cherry
so-
soda.
That was actually a Diet Coke, same as Dana. Me and Dana were both drinking Diet Cokes.
It's just
Yeah,
moving out.
I just let
there
all
was
this
the
roll
one
because I
episode
thought
with
No, you're turning
probably would be more interesting.
Yeah, there was the different
Sure.
episode with Anubis, the 5th episode.
But I think the
talking about
focus and the fun of the last few minutes of Mickey Mouse in the middle. It's like he doesn't have to do anything.
Slip-on was the
You get like
Now they're-
Is that what you're saying?
Then he insults me. He says, "You only put me in the bad episode," and I like that episode.
I work on all.
I know.
Dana liked it too.
That's Todd. That's why he's in gangs because he's so mean.
I thought the new season was so good. I loved
Yeah.
He
it.
doesn't really physically hurt
For
people.
me,
He just
like,
he
for
just
me,
cuts
He
them
insults
down.
them. Yeah.
Insults
to
them, yeah.
Aqua Teen after
Insulted Tron.
yeah,
he
no,
was,
it was like
programmed
10,
with
12
insult.
years or
His
something.
chip is
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah.
That's what he's best at.
yeah, I was
Pretty
already
much.
on by then.
I tried to program him to
because I had
love,
moved
but it didn't
studios.
work.
So
no impossible.
to come
Yeah.
back,
Not with a machine like Todd.
Now they get in a fight here
Yeah,
between
they
the
do.
two shows.
Yeah,
Clash of the Titans.
Say,
He said that.
and then I come back
So
and
Dana, do you see that tent up
I
there
had to
behind us?
cut. No, this is good.
All right, don't do it.
Can I ask you,
Yeah.
Matt, are you still going to use Starlink? Is that still on your radar or not anymore?
Well, I'm not going to use it at that campsite. It doesn't
Sure.
work there, but there's other places I'm still going
Because
to
that's
use.
like a monthly fee, right, to keep that up?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. It's $10,000 a month.
living
That's
on
not too
cell, but I have a cell booster and I have an extended antenna, so I
And the
brought the
hardware was
antenna
only
close to the
50
phone.
grams, so
Oh,
Where have
that's
you
a deal.
done this?
Look, I'm
Actual
like-
site, but I don't need the internet when I do it.
He's looking for the
Sure, I thought I
Thunderman.
had it.
Matt, I like your
Yes.
lights back there. I've been mesmerized by them.
This is the sponsorship
they're
part we have to get
great.
into.
They
Legally, we have to talk about Govee
Those are
lights.
like,
Yeah.
It's by a company
Gobi
named
really hooked
Govee.
us up when I paid
Oh, yeah.
for my light.
Yeah.
Let me-
He even
Also,
wants
they
his
all have Govees
refrigerator
on them.
light to be Govee.
And
Every light.
Like twinkle Christmas
Every light.
lights.
The light in his,
yeah,
in
well,
his
they're
toilet.
these same
Yeah.
ones.
See, this is
Years,
stuff
I mean,
nobody needs to know.
behind TVs at
Govee
overhead in
wants
my
to know it.
office.
His
I
house.
love
This
it.
is
They
his
do wanna
house,
know
by the
it.
way.
Yeah, they like that. Now, is that true? Do they not allow you in the house anymore?
They do.
Yeah, I got
more
those
so
ones that are
recently.
like the square
Nice.
ones that
Yeah.
go under the roof line, so they kind of illuminate the house
It
rather
depends.
than
It's
seeing
like if
the
the
light
weather's
itself.
really, really cold or,
Yeah,
or
It's sort of
really
like
hot,
the
don't get to come in.
I love.
Well, they're good people, so
If it's moderate
them up in
weather-
the front,
you stay outside.
so they're
Yeah.
like
Play.
permanent.
Yeah. Govee hasn't called yet.
This is
They're supposed to.
our spin-off podcast.
I've been
Matt and I
calling them,
calling-
and they keep
you
hanging
guys
up on me.
Light Kingdom,
Your grocery store
The
buddy.
Lord of
Nobody's
Light.
calling me.
the Lords of Light, love and light.
He did contact
That's
me.
why
He
Matt
called
did
me
it
from your
anyway.
contacts and said that he liked this video.
Oh,
so-
yeah, good.
Yeah, he loved it. He thought it was really good.
Cool. Dana did text me that a long time
No,
ago. But
who's
do you know who that is? Because I don't.
Yeah, he's in the new Charlie and the
Oh,
Chocolate Factory or something. He's like he's like the Oompa Loompa that they duplicated 1,000 times. It's awesome. It's really fun.
You one-man man, you want a party?
He sounds like that.
Yeah, I want a party with Deep Roy? You
I think he's in the
kidding me?
Thundermans.
That's awesome.
Once
Before
that comes
you were
out.
going to
Yeah.
Pentagon, and when it was early on, I did
hope so.
There's John
panel
sneaking
with
in.
George Lowe.
Oh,
He
there.
was throwing something away.
He was
Yeah.
stealing something out of the garbage.
Yeah.
He was. Yeah, that was a reverse shot.
I wasn't even
That's the
born
last-
back then,
first
2016.
last time
No, I
was
wouldn't
there.
either.
I had a great
I wonder what
time.
that was like.
Just never got asked back.
Well, I'd invite myself. I wrote the
Kinda
guy
like
and said, "Hey, can I
2017,
come
but
over?"
just
He's
a
like,
little
"Oh,
So that's you on harp, right? That's you playing that?
I have so many
I went to
stories
harp
about
school.
Pensacola. Anyway,
In Pensacola.
are you
I
familiar
went to HIT, the
with serial
Harp Institute of
killer
Technology,
Ted Bundy?
in Pensacola.
Going on a trip.
I have so many harps.
I know.
They say most times
You
of your
played all the
entire
harps on
life,
Aqua Teen.
No one
every
is
one of them.
more than 5 or 10 feet away
And
from
I played one
rack.
note from each
Oh.
harp, and then
Yeah.
we
Now that
put it
looks
together to make the one
Yeah.
track.
It sounded really good.
Better than what I'm.
I always thought it would be
All right.
cool is if you
Why
counted
did
all
you
the
reduce
notes
the heat?
that
I
were in
reduced the heat
Van
because it's done.
Halen's
And I'm letting
eruption
it like,
piece.
Letting it
Mhm.
And
settle
just say
out.
there were
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
600,000
You
notes.
know what? I'm
Right.
running out of battery
You lined
power,
up
and I'm
600,000
running out of,
guitar players.
Yeah.
Hey,
Everyone.
Played the one note to sync it
No,
up.
not patience. I mean, we have so much
That should be your
material
next
here.
video.
That'd be a great one.
I'm not sure how to even show
think I'd
you the
win you.
roast right now.
I think I
because,
just win.
I think so.
I'm lying.
So this was a lie.
I just want this to be over with.
This was a lie, no, because we kept filming for like 7 more days after this, and you didn't use any of it.
I know, because I was just like, this is so boring. Hey guys,
What I
my
want to say
equipment's
before
failing.
we run
We
out
have
of
to
like
go.
microphone
Yeah.
use is that
Classic
thank you so much,
excuse.
Dana,
I
like a
can't be
big
in Atlanta.
supporter of this
I'm not
thing
allowed.
because
No, ban.
Well, I was trying to hack you. Was my problem. I wanted to hack you guys and then hold your show for ransom.
Thank
Couldn't
you.
figure it out.
They put
Yeah, thank
images
you.
on there that were
You've also
not
got
for
dramatic lighting
people,
as well, Rob.
but
Right.
for
Yeah,
the
it's
machines.
Gobi.
So that's the thing. Is I
Corporation
can't
as well.
find
I
any
used my
equipment, so
dis-
I should just post that. If you use Meat Kingdom,
5% off. Like that's
Gobi's going to get a bunch of Meat
Eventually they'll
Kingdom.
be like, "What's Meat Kingdom? We
That
gotta
is-
figure this out."
We're still filming and you can hear us, so clearly the mics aren't dead.
See, now I wish I said if
I
you
was gonna
use
say
discount code Meat Kingdom, then Dana Snyder will hang your lights for
Hey,
you
thank
free of
both.
charge.
Thank you
We
both
can
so
make
much.
that happen.
Thank you, Matt. We can.
Yeah, let's get on. We're on these social platforms. Let's just
Perfect.
Yeah, I really appreciate y'all taking the time.
It's not false
You'll be back
advertising
on
because
here once
we
you guys are
can
going to
do
bed,
it.
right? Me and
He
Dana
knows
are
how.
supposed
He's
to come
done it.
back for that.
Yeah,
I've
it's
seen him
just
do it
you
before.
willing to do it. All right, let's fade this out. So this was it got overdone because we talked too long.
Talked way too long.
Right there, it looks good.
This is it.
So you got the bottom piece,
You
the
know-
good piece.
Yeah,
Everyone
yeah,
else got the
yeah.
lean ass.
Potatoes.
Yeah.
You just have baked potatoes.
Actually, it wasn't too
Yeah.
bad, but it was slightly overdone.
And I did lick that tin foil afterwards, and it
I
tasted
know you
really
did. I
good.
know. I saw your tongue.
Yeah, it cut me a little bit, but it was good.
Look what I did here. I took out the red cards and they go right over the credit.
Yeah, that's how it was intended.
I hope so. Yeah, I'm thanking you, thanking everybody, but nobody can see it.
Yeah. Well, I knew you were thankful, so it's all right that I couldn't read that.
Oh man.
So that was Meat Kingdom 5, Matt. What do you think about it as compared to the previous Meat Kingdoms?
Well, I think it's definitely longer.
Yeah, that's objective.
So I think that's
That was the goal, right? We were trying to make a really long one with that
I
one.
was trying to get it so long that you would just not want to watch it, but people are watching it.
I know, so we kind of failed on that.
Yeah,
I think this video will do the trick though, because this one's even longer than that.
this is so long.
Because we kept stopping it.
Yeah, I'm gonna put all that in. I'm gonna put all the lead up. to
Just
the
keep
video.
it, dude. Just keep it. I mean,
Yeah,
we're trying to get people to tune out, so this will be perfect for that.
that's the way. That's how we roll to the swim. It's like anti-advertising.
So now that we're done, I can tell you there is a face hugger behind you. I didn't want to scare you before,
Oh shit.
but now I don't care if you get scared. So now I'll tell you.
Yeah. I bought this. I bought that. Oh man, I was rewriting a friend's movie like 20 something years ago, and he had one of these things, and it's a 1-to-1 replica from Alien,
Right.
and I just had to have one. And he said it's in this toy store in New York. I flew to New York to find it, and I found they had one left, and I bought it. And it's really in this big package. It's got Alien all over it and face hugger. And then
Right.
the next day, I stayed with my cousin. The next day, I got on the plane with it and flew home.
Did they give you any
Anything that
grief
flew?
for bringing that onto the plane? Were they like, "Sir, you can't bring that here"?
No, they didn't say anything about it. They didn't know what it was because the movie hadn't come out yet.
Oh, this was before they even wrote it.
Yeah, before they wrote it. Yeah.
Oh, that's the movie you were rewriting for your friend.
I was rewriting Alien.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So
I get
I
credit
get
for
why
it.
you'd want one of those then.
Yeah, I need to get credit for that. That would help me out.
Yeah.
But so yeah, there's that, and then my Funko Pops are basically Eddie Van Halen and the Tall Man, and who else? Jason Voorhees.
That'd be a good band.
I think I might start that band.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh man,
Eddie Van Halen and the Jason Voorhees.
I'll have to catch you guys live.
Yeah,
Well,
come over.
You're the manager, right? You're not in the band. You're just the manager.
I'm not. I just drive them to the show.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm a driver.
You have a truck. I saw it in that video we just watched.
Yeah. I had to rent that I don't really have a car.
Right. So that's
Yeah.
what most of the budget went.
All the
Right.
budget went to buying this little camera here so I could
Yeah.
film you
Yeah.
and us talking.
Well, Matt, I could just say, thanks for having me here for this commentary. I never saw that video before. I don't even remember doing it, so it was fun to remember all the good times we had
Yeah.
a week ago when we did that. And
Yeah. I appreciate your time doing this. I'll probably delete it and not put it up.
yeah, I was kind of hoping you would. I was kind of hoping this could just be a private conversation between you and me. So
It will be.
all
It
right,
will be.
perfect.
All right. So let's hook up and do something else soon.
Yeah, let's why don't we do a commentary for this commentary and kind of dissect, how we did this.
Yeah, let's hook back up in like 3 minutes, and we'll do it then.
Sounds good. Yeah, I like that.
All right, Ronnie. Well, thanks. You have I hope your day is pretty good. Not great, but good.
It'll be all right. I hope yours is a little bit better than mine, but not much. Just a little bit better than mine. That'd be really nice.
All right, I'll keep you posted. Bye.
Bye.